Hello and good morning. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden on this beautiful Thursday morning. Yes, I'm here to tend the garden again. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your thumbs up, for subscribing if you have not yet done so, for sharing, and in all those ways, you'll help the channel to grow. So come on, enjoy the view. And first thing I'm going to do is to trim this grass so the pests don't make it their habitat. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and start with the cutting of the lawn, of the grass, I should say. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your time. Please remember your thumbs up. Thanks, Brian. Banana looks good, yeah. Thank you, Brian. Brian, thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Yes, the banana looks good. Yes, thank you. How are you doing this morning? Remember, yeah, thank you for your thumbs up if you've done so already. Thank you. Yes, I'm tending the garden. It's one of my favorite things to do. That way I get to put my steps in as well. Michael, good morning. I'm doing well. Yes, thank you. How are you doing? Oh, you want to see another? I think I have another banana somewhere over here. But the banana you saw is this one. That one right there. And there are two more bananas in the garden. I'll show you those in a little bit. But let me finish cutting up here first. Good morning, Augustine. Good morning to you. Michael, good morning. Good morning. Oh, let me show you the one fruit that is on this sugar apple tree. Hope I don't lose you guys. I'm going to um, zoom in, and I'm going to go over there and show you where it is. Oh, hold on. It's not in view yet. Somebody was asking me what the fruit looks like. But I think I can come over here and show you without losing you. It's right here. There it is. The sugar apple, or known as sweet sap. I'm from India. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, your evening right now. Mike, Paul, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for coming in. Remember your thumbs up though. Yeah, and if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. There's a lot you learn on this channel. Yeah. And when I'm finished here, oh, let me show you while I'm here. This is our container garden section with pineapples. And when I'm finished cutting here, around here, I'm going to show you the rest of the garden if you'll stay, if you'd like to see it. But welcome if it's your first time. And those of you who are always here, welcome back. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. I see the thumbs up going on, going up, go ahead, going. Now I'm gonna cut over here. I started cutting yesterday. We got so much done that I had to stop at certain points, and now I'm trying to finish up. But I thank you so much for your time. Help the channel to grow. Help it to grow by subscribing first of all, leaving your thumbs up, sharing, and if you'd like to do more, become a member and click that join button. me bring you up closer. Good morning, Cherry. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your thumbs up too. And thank you for subscribing. And I want to thank you all who subscribed yesterday. I really appreciate it. You did a good job. Yes. I need to cut a little bit more right here. Then I'll bring you guys back so you can see the other parts of the garden. Yeah, just so you know, the main reason for keeping the grass low is to keep the pests away, because they will make your grass their habitat, and pests will destroy your crops. Which is somewhere I can see. So that's the main reason why you should trim, cut, prune. See these leaves right here on the banana plant? Yeah, I'm going to be trimming those too. Because right now, they're just harbor pets. And it's keeping the energy away from the healthy parts of the plant. So you want to always trim and cut where you should. Yeah, thank you for coming again. You hear the birds? Happy birds. Cobweb. This little tree right here is a dwarf Julie mango tree. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see it. Nachovi, good morning or good afternoon where you are. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all the love. Yeah, that little tree is a mango tree. Yeah, a Julie mango. It's a dwarf one. Last time we had some blossoms on it. And on the other side, I'm going to show you another dwarf mango tree that we have. Thanks, Nachovi. Thank you. And it's AG Born Jamaican. Good morning to you, sir. Probably traveling on the road. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you all coming. Thank you for your thumbs up. Remember your thumbs up, guys. And you see this black bin right here behind this little mango, sorry, not mango, behind the banana plant. That's our compost bin. And that's where the bees commandeered, took over the compost bin. And now there is a honeycomb in there. Maybe later on, I'll show you what's going on in there. It's the bees, they're all gone now. Well, not all, most of them. Yeah. Oh, you're in South Carolina now, AGV. Okay. Yeah, you're a long way. Thanks for stopping. Thanks for checking in, I should say. Okay, you're driving, you're not stopping. Oh, by the way, this tree right here, this is the dwarf avocado tree that gave us those two huge avocados. This is it right here. And here is that. Let me see if you can see that. Our coconut tree where we had our coconuts. About to head to Kissimmee. Oh, you're really driving a lot today. This is the tree where we harvested our coconuts before, and now we're having a lot more. There's another banana. I'm going to show you another banana in a few minutes. Just a second. Let me finish here. If you see me doing this, it's because there are spider webs. I'm walking into spider webs. Uh, Cobwebs all over me. Oh, when I tell you that you can grow anything in containers, see these containers right here? These two black containers. They have yellow yam growing from it. See if I can come. That's yellow yam. See the vines going up onto the tree? Yeah, it's a volunteer plant. We found it growing in the pineapple bed. And we had two of these at the time, so we just planted them, plant the head of yam in there, and now it's growing. And back there is that banana I was telling you about. We have not been able to go back there for a while because the bees were over there in that compost bin. But now I think we can go back there and trim the trees. We're gonna have to trim this, yeah, and get to it with an Cut grass for a living. All right. Yeah. Cutting it to keep the pests away from the garden. That's one way of helping the garden keep the pests away from it. Yeah, so I'm over here by the container pineapples. Oh, you got 3 yards you got to do today. Good. Yeah. It's a good thing when you can help people. There it is. My first time being able to come this close. There's a bee because all the bees, the honeybees were over there. Yeah. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 or 8. I am going to try to show you what's in the bin. Not right now though. CB, good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for coming. Remember your thumbs up, please. I want to show you that banana, but you're not going to see all of it. The leaves are hanging from it. It's uncovering it up. But what I will do is, in a little while, when I'm finished cutting, I'm going to show you what's going on in that compost bin. There should be a honeycomb in. Let's come over here. I think I'll be able to cut all the grass today on the east side of the garden before the sun really takes hold and come out. Yeah, so I'm going to put you right here. Thank you for coming again. Thank you for your thumbs up. Remember to subscribe. you're just coming in, welcome. Welcome to the Charles for Lauderdale Garden. Today I'm just tending the garden, starting out with cutting the overgrown grass. And that's little plant you see right there is that dwarf mango tree I was telling you about. It's an East Indian mango. East Indian mango tree. Thank you for your thumbs up, guys. Appreciate it. Good morning. GB, good morning. Yes, welcome. Thank you for your thumbs up. Welcome to the Charles for Lauderdale Garden. Dan from Romania. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for your yes. Thanks for your like. I appreciate it. Yeah, I am cutting down the overgrown grass. And like I said before, some of you may have known by now, but it helps to keep the pests away. Plus, it's a part of my exercise routine. So now I'm doing my exercise while I'm cutting the grass. Yeah. Getting a 2-for-1. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. All right. I'm going to place you in another spot. This is what's done so far. Sorry. Now I also need to do some weeding in the back over there where the pineapples are. Here's over here is where the papayas are. These papaya plants came up from this one spot. They're like twins. And it looks like, oh, one fell. Now this little one is ready. Not ready to be eaten, but can be harvested. We don't let them get too ripe, or the birds will get to them before we get a chance. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. And don't forget to share. Finishing just in time as the sun is coming out. That was my goal. Good morning, good morning. If you're just coming in, welcome. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your thumbs up. Yes, folks, that part is finished. What I need to do is weed over here. I'm weeding right there. Wow, we have some amaranth growing in here too. I think I'm gonna leave those callaloo. I think I'm gonna need my tool because some of these not coming up from the roots. So I'm gonna need that tool that gets the weeds up from the roots. We have some dollar weeds over here. Dollar weeds will take over your entire garden. Yeah, we're getting up all of these. I have a pineapple here that is not doing well. It needs to be taken out here. All right, all these are calalo or amaranth, and we're gonna let them just grow right there. All right, so that bed is finished. Let's do this one. I need to probably put it down so you can see better. This way. If you're just coming in, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your thumbs up too. I think this is better. Right? Yeah. And if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. Yeah. You'll learn a lot. Even if you are not a gardener and you don't plan on becoming a gardener, you'll still learn about the foods that you eat, how it's grown, or how they're grown, their nutrients. So that's what this channel is about, is to educate you and to encourage and inspire. So, watch the videos, learn about the foods, help the channel to grow by subscribing if you have not yet done so, leaving a thumbs up, leaving a comment as well, and sharing. When you feel like you like to do more, click the join button and become a member. You get exclusive videos and content. You'll get members only live. And you'll see what's going on in the background, behind the scenes. Oh, the weeds got away in this bed. This side of the garden is out of sight. So I have to make a conscious effort to come over here and take care of the plants. Intentional effort. We even have potatoes growing up. Oh, don't know if you can see. So all this weed is going in the mulch bed to make some good soil. Yeah, I think I'm done right here. Now I'm going to put the weeds that I got right in that mulch bed over there. If you're just coming in to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden, I'm Marva, and I thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing, and I want to say a special thank you to all of those many people that subscribed just today. I really appreciate it. You're doing your part to help the channel grow. Oh, this container. This is a pineapple container. pineapple plants are prickly, so you have to be careful when you're working among or between them. The weed is really embedded in this one. It's taking up the whole thing. You need to get it out without taking out the plant. Look at that. See the roots? So big. Here's another one. All right, Paulette, good morning or good afternoon where you are. I'm not sure where you are, but whatever time of the day it is, I hope it's a very good one. Oh, let me get this small pineapple papaya. Don't want the birds to start munching on it. Once they start turning yellow, we usually pick them and leave them on the counters to ripen. And right here is our June plum tree, also known as golden apples, Pomsithier, and many other names. Different names in different regions. Yeah. Now, I said I wanted to show you what's going on in that compost bin where the honeybees were. But I also have some weeding to do over here, right in this pineapple bed here. Pineapple and it's pineapple and, excuse me, get this out of the way. Pineapple and okra bed. That's what this is. I could wait. I see a pepper, hot pepper that is ready to be harvested on there too. Nice orange pepper. And why is it important to weed? It is important to weed because the weeds will steal everything that your plants need. They steal the sunshine, the nutrients, the minerals from the soil. And that is why weeds will grow very healthy. Look at this one. Look at this root system here. And this is why it is important that when you weed, you get the weeds from the roots. Because if this is left in the ground, all it's doing is keep growing, and you're going to be coming back day after day trying to weed up the same weed. Oh, okay. right, I think I'm weeded up enough. I want to show you that hot pepper that is ready. Oh, there's some other greens here that I need to harvest as well. Well, well, well. Captain Savannah. Hickory Dickory Dock Education, good morning. You said, is that aloe? No, that's pineapples. Those are pineapples. And here we have our brassicas. There are mustard greens. And the mustard greens need to be harvested again. We harvested from this bed that was on Monday. Yeah, Monday. 3 days ago. And I see that I'm going to harvest from the mustard green. We also have broccoli. Those are not quite ready yet. Good morning, Rob. Good morning. Grand rising to you. And we have some curly kale as well. Yeah. And down here we have some more brassicas. And these are collard greens and lettuce. We also have some celery in here. And down here, these are string beans. And yesterday I planted these Swiss chard over there. Yeah, thank you. Nice coloreds. Thank you. So I think I also need to harvest the lettuce again. You know what? Let me just go ahead and do that. Let me get my container and my shears. That was not a part of the plan today. But, you know, the more you harvest when you're supposed to, the more the crops will produce for you. They just keep growing. So we don't want to keep them in the bed and then they get tough. So give me just a minute here. Let me get my basket. Okay, so we're gonna harvest right here. You got greens unlocked, yeah. I have a short that came out 2 days ago that showed you a lot of, good morning, a lot of the greens. Just leave them right there. Yeah, thank you. Harvested them. This basket was loaded on Monday with greens. And if it's your first time, a pleasant welcome to you. And this netting here is to keep the pests out. All kinds of pests, such as white flies, aphids, some stray cats that come here during the night. And every night we have raccoons that come by also. So it keeps them out. Let me put you a little bit closer. So right in here in the corner are the mustard greens. And when I'm finished harvesting, I'm going to show you the compost bin where the honeybees took over, and there's supposed to be a honeycomb in there. I have a shorts on that. I think the shorts is coming out either today or tomorrow. Oh, now some of the bees, when they left, they ended up in here. So I see some right now. I have to just make sure I don't get stung. This is what mustard greens look like. Anybody here ever had it? Those white flies are aggravating. You can say it again. I mean, they just destroy your crops. So we had to do what we had to do to keep them away. These are so pretty. I love the color. Almost like neon green. Look at this one. Also, if you were on yesterday, you would have seen the natural pest repellent in here. Just cloves. Cloves that you use in your kitchen. Look at this one. Such a beautiful leaf. When I'm finished, I'll show you the entire basket. Well, this is going to be a giveaway today. I'm going to give this basket of greens away. We had our share on Monday. And I cooked the mustard green on Monday. And yesterday I cooked the collard greens. I gave away the kale. All right, so I'm going to the other side now where the kale are. And I'm going to harvest that. So that means every 3 days I have to come in here and do some harvesting. Yeah. Just zipping up this side. You know. Oh boy, it seemed like the birds might have come and perched over here because now there's a hole. Oh, this just went up on Monday. Tuesday. No, Sunday. Okay, so I'm going to cut some of these. These brassicas are high in antioxidants. They are antioxidants, repair your cells, keep your cells healthy. Kale can be eaten in many ways. You can eat it in your salad. You can put it in your smoothie. You can steam it, saute it, cook it in your soups. Yeah. I'm gonna have to repair this. I see a hole in it. So I'll show you what I've gotten from here. And then I'm going over to the other bed where the lettuce and collard greens are. Here's what I've gotten so far. This is the hot pepper in this container right here. Right here. Look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? And here's the collard greens bed. I'm going to harvest this too and give it away. Same person will get the collard greens along with the kale. Oh, I see a lot of stuff growing in here. Looks like beans. Let's see. Here's collard greens up close. If you make it stay too long on the vine or in the bed, it will get tough. You want it to be tender as it is right now when you're cooking it. The more you cut, is the more they grow. Some of the bees got away in here. I can hear them. Some of these are drying up. Let's cut these off, the bad ones, and just leave them in the bed. If there are no disease on them, just leave them there. So I'm just going to trim. Oh, I see some over here that needs to be cut. Now on the other side are the lettuce. All right, so I'm going to move you up. Oh, here's the basket. These are the collard greens. And these are the mustard and kale, along with the one hot pepper. So now let's go do the lettuce. Linda Shaw, how do you determine which ones you're cutting, which ones you're not? I usually cut the bigger ones. Yeah, since I harvested on 3 days ago, I know which ones have grown. The first harvest, they were all huge. And then when you cut, more start growing in between them too. So I just cut the big ones and leave the small ones for the next time. I'm going the other side. These are very tender lettuce. Very, very tender. This is another cover that we had used for our greenhouse. But the only thing is, with that kind of covering, when it rains, the water doesn't get in. You have to actually go in there and water it yourself. So we needed to take advantage of the rainwater. They are perfect. Rainwater is the perfect fertilizer. When it rains, it's amazing how the plants just take off. After a few days after the rain, you see the difference. And you don't get that same kind of effect. Use water. Let me show you the lettuce. These are the kind of lettuce here. What do you keep? Oh, what do you use to keep the insects away? The netting also helps with that. The insects don't go in. However, on yesterday's live, most of the live was about keep a pest repellent and household pest repellent that I use. I did it and suggest you go check out that live. I use cloves. Yeah, so there's also another thing that we use in the garden is, I'm gonna show you right in the container here, neem oil. Neem oil is in this container. Neem oil is a plant-based oil, insect repellent. It works perfectly in the garden. This is our sweet potato bed, and as I was showing yesterday morning, I was showing you that there are no white flies coming out of the sweet potato bed, and white flies love sweet potato. And I think I'm attributing it to the cloves that I've been using. This is the first time I'm using cloves in the garden. I'm going to show you what they look like, what cloves look like, just in case you don't know. I don't like to assume. I don't like to assume that people know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to show you. Check out the basket here. So let me show you. Let me go get the cloves. Yesterday, all the beds were fed with cloves. I'm going to put some in my hand so you can see. Hold on. Cloves is a spice. It's a spice. Oh, the plant that I'm showing right now are sweet potato. It's a sweet potato bed. And this sweet potato bed, we did not actually plant it to like this. This is what happened. We harvested sweet potato from this bed last season. And every time you plant or every time you harvest sweet potatoes, there's going to be some that's left in the ground. And that's what happened. Some of the sweet potatoes were left in the ground. And because we never usually do the same crops in the same bed every time, we always switch around. So our idea was to plant some sweet potato slips in one of these other beds. But then this one started growing. So we said, okay, we'll just get the slits and put them in the other bed. But before we knew it, it started blossoming. So, Linda, this is it. It came up nice and flush. And I am praying that we do get some sweet potatoes. Because, with tubers, you never know what's going on underneath the ground. So we just treat it and we feed it. And, let me show you how I fed it with them. Sir, what area are you in? I'm in the Florida. Yeah, South Florida. So what I do is we just take the cloves and just throw it in the bed. Throwing it all over the bed. And so we have not seen any white flies, thank God. Nowhere in the garden. So if this works, if this is what it takes, this is what I'll do. Yeah. So that's where we are right now. And here's another bed. Tomatoes. We have these 2 cages and a third one over there. And down here are amaranth, also known as kalalu. We have harvested from this bed already also. No, worms like to eat this amaranth. Worms love them. So we have to keep an eye on it, keep trimming and doing what we can to keep the worms at bay. Here is our mini bell peppers. There's a shorts on that too. And I also planted some green onions. And let me show you the herbs bed. A small herbs bed. And I'm doing this so that you guys can see that you can plant in anything. You don't need yard space either. Look, this is just a carton. One of my subscribers got this box and didn't know what to do, so she thought, give it to me. And this is our herbs right here. We have, it's very sunny right here. We have basil, parsley, oregano, thyme, and I planted some green onions in there too. Green onions also keep pests at bay. You said, no wonder they look so beautiful. I'm in Maryland, can't grow a garden like that. I know my sister-in-laws live in Maryland and they do theirs in the summer. So they really do well there in the summertime. Lots of okra came from her garden and other things. Yeah, I know it's getting cool there now. It can't grow anything now. Yes, and so we also have some papaya seedlings. And they're pots of all kinds with thyme, more papaya seedlings, pineapple. And here we're getting ready very soon to plant this dwarf coconut in the ground. We had to start, this is how you started out in the pot. And now we're going to be doing it in the ground soon. Yes, yes, yes. So that's it. So we have the stray cat. Here's one right there. See? Looking for food. Yeah. So that's it, Linda. Thank you for coming, Linda. Thank you for your thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and do so. You will learn a lot. So that next time when you're ready again to start your garden in the summer, you'll have ideas. Yeah. No, I wanted to show you what's in that bin where the honeybees took over. I have a short coming out. I think I'm not remembering if it's today or tomorrow. I had it scheduled for. But since you're here, guys, I'm going to gingerly open up that bin and show you what's in it. There should be honeycomb. All right. I'm using something. I see a bee. Here's a bee right there. And I mean, this garden is always, there are always bees here. I love it. And when the coconut trees starts to blossom, that's when the bees come. All right, let me see. I'm going to open it. Wow, it's stuck. Could it be that the honey might have, wow. Well, well, well. I'm going to have to get my husband to come out here later. I think the honey might have gotten it stuck. But look out for the shorts. You know what? I could even go look and see when the shorts is coming out. That's funny. I'm going to tell you when the shorts for that is coming. When honeybees, when is the 24th? Is that tomorrow? Or today? It's coming out today. Yeah, the 24th. Let me check. Oh, today is the 23rd. So tomorrow you'll see that. Let me try one more time. I see bees trying to get it all around it, but look, the thing is almost tipping over because it is stuck. Yeah, maybe too much honey in there. It's a compost bin, but for the last 2.5 months, a sort of honeybees took it over and started their honeycomb in there. There was a whole lot of bees. And so when one day we thought they were gone, and so my husband put this thing, stopped up the hole right here. Lo and behold, later on in the day, I looked up and there were honeybees swarming all over. I guess they were trying to get back in there. So what they did was come by this tree and landed, and we had a honeycomb. Now, it's not the first time that this has happened here. It happened about 2.5 years ago, and there is a video for that too, where we had to call in the man, and he came and got the queen bee and was able to get rid of took the rest of the bees with him. This is a sugar apple tree, and for some reason they love this tree. Oh, as a matter of fact, I can even show you what the honey, not the honey, what the beehive looked like, because I took a picture of it on Sunday. Yeah, the beehive was there just a few days ago. Here it is. That was the beehive. And he told me that they're going to be leaving. Yeah, within 48 hours, he said, you won't see it. And sure enough, that's what happened. And so we have some of them ended up in the beds, and they're gone because he said the group that was supposed to go find another place, probably if they didn't come back, they either come back and they went with them, or if they don't come back, they would collapse and die within 48 hours because they haven't eaten. He knew, I mean, there was a whole lesson on honeybees. Yeah, so I think that is stuck. I'm going to have to have my husband go over there later on and see what's going on. Yes, folks, I did more than my hour, but I thank you for coming by. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for sharing. Oh, yes, and then we also have this bird feeder right here. And since the bird feeders have been up, there have been many birds coming here. We have that black one there is a native bird called the grackle. We have blue jays, cardinals, doves, and a host of parrots that come by like once or twice a week, which leads me to believe that there's an aviary somewhere that lets them out. And so the last time there were up to about a dozen. There is a video on that too. So go check out the video. I think there are 2 videos, one shorts maybe and one video. So you say, wow, I had some bees make a nest in the back of my cushions on my deck. Wow. It was discovered by my grandson. I had to use a broom, brush, and water hose to get rid of it. Wow. And you know, when you get rid of it that way, they go back, they go somewhere else. So you need to check around the house to make sure they didn't find another home in your house. If not, they leave and they maybe go over to the neighbors. They go somewhere else to find a home. By the way, we may think that honeybees' job is to just protect the queen bee. But no, they're protecting their home. So you have to be careful when you try to do that too, because they are protecting their home and they will come at you at that time. Yeah, how do you know if the honeybees are, how do you know if they are honeybees and can you use their comb they make for real honey, or is it that too organic? No, you can use it. I know it's honeybees because that's what we have down here. And plus I had the bee man come in and he tells me, yeah. And so when I told him about the compost bin, he says he gets a call every week about honeybees going into people's compost bin. Because he said, you know, we think the compost bin is filled up, but not really. There's a lot of room in there for them to make their nests. Yeah. Yes, you can use the honey, but you know, there are bees in it too. So you have to be careful. Yeah. So that's it, my dear folks. Thank you again for your time, and I really do appreciate you coming. And those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much. It means you want to see more, and that means I will have to create more. Thank you. I appreciate it. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Yes. God bless you.